The disappearance of a British child, Madeleine McCann, shocked the entire world, and one reason for this was the irregular set of events that didn't make any sense. No one had in mind that a vacation to Portugal would result in worldwide news of child abduction. Madeleine's case is one of the most bizarre puzzles that hasn't been solved for more than 15 years. On the evening of May 3, 2007, 3-year-old Madeleine wasn't found in her hotel room where she was sleeping. Her belongings, such as her cuddle cat and her comfort blanket, were still present on her bed, but Madeleine was nowhere to be seen. Madeleine belonged to a British family that was visiting Portugal for a vacation and had arrived in Praia da Luz on Saturday, April 28, 2007. Madeleine's family included her parents, Kate and Jerry McCann, along with her 2 twin siblings. The family was staying in a property rented to tourists. The property was a ground-floor apartment with 2 bedrooms and was located in a group of apartments known as Waterside Village. But no one had in mind that the vacation that was believed to be a time for relaxation and reconnecting with oneself would soon become a huge headline with the saddening news of Madeleine's disappearance. On the unfortunate day of Madeleine's disappearance, she and her 2 siblings started their day by spending quality time with each other in the resort's kids' club. The family then had lunch together, and after that, the kids went back to the kids' club. At around 6 p.m., Madeleine's mother, Kate, took the kids back to their apartment. In the meantime, Madeleine's father, Jerry, was busy with a tennis lesson. The McCanns put their kids to sleep around 7 p.m. Madeleine was left asleep in her room and was wearing Eeyore pajamas while holding onto her cuddle cat and a comfort blanket. This is where the next set of events seems to get bizarre. Madeleine's parents had dinner with their friends but decided to check on the kids every chance they got. First, the father made a quick visit to Madeleine's room, only to find her sleeping peacefully, but he did notice that the door was a bit open. This was probably the last time Madeleine's father saw her. At around 10 p.m., Kate visited Madeleine's room, and this is when a mother's worst nightmare began. She found the windows and door of the room wide open, and there was no sign of Madeleine. All her stuff, such as her trusty blanket and her comfort toy, was seen to be on the bed, but she was missing. This strange disappearance of 3-year-old Madeleine created chaos around the whole world. The police began to look for Madeleine in every possible place, but this case wasn't as simple to understand. McCann's family friends whom they were hanging out with on the unfortunate day of the disappearance also made shocking revelations when they stated that they saw a strange man carrying a child out of the apartments where the McCanns were staying. This led the police to deem this case a possible abduction and begin their investigation. The first suspect in the case was believed to be Robert Murat. Robert was a property dealer who was accused of the possible abduction of Madeleine, but there is no evidence against him to this day. Police suspected him of being involved in the case, but Robert's mother stated that the night Madeleine disappeared, Robert was at home with her. Due to a lack of evidence, he was declared free of any suspicion. The most sinister suspect in this case has to be Christian Bruckner. He is a offender with multiple rape charges against him. Bruckner was convicted of rape charges against 2 victims, and the police even found videos from his house of him molesting 2 women. Bruckner's 3rd victim is believed to be a 70 to 80-year-old woman who he raped in her Portugal apartment. But that's not all, because Bruckner was also accused of molesting a 14-year-old girl and physically assaulting her to perform oral with him. Bruckner has a reputation for being a pedophile, as there have been multiple arrests made against him for exposing himself to an 11-year-old girl in a park, and much more. Along with all of these disgusting criminal offenses, Bruckner was also believed to be a burglar who had previously robbed the apartments where the McCann family was staying during their vacation. But when the police started to investigate the case, they found bizarre loopholes in the story, and this is where the conspiracy begins. It is believed that the McCann family planned all of this story, and this is a theory that some of the Portugal officers who investigated the case of Madeleine's disappearance also believe. It is rumored that Madeleine died by accident, and all of this abduction was a made-up story by McCann to dispose of the body without getting into trouble. When the rented car of the McCanns was investigated, police found spots of blood, which was strange. This is where things go down in the case. When the blood was tested, the DNA revealed that the blood found in the car was indeed that of Madeleine. These claims were denied by her parents, who stated that it could be one of her siblings, which people didn't buy. People became even more suspicious when it was revealed that the McCanns refused to do a lie detector test and stated that they have nothing to hide. This is where the story gets even more bizarre than it already is. People accused the McCanns and their friends whom they had dinner with the night Madeleine disappeared of getting rid of Madeleine's body after she died in an accident. The McCann family friends claimed that they had seen a suspect taking a child with him from the apartments, but this claim was soon rubbished by the police when it was revealed that the man who was seen at that time was a holidaymaker taking his daughter from the creche. Everything related to the case began to become confusing, but the saddest part of this case was how the media handled the sensitive information. It seemed that every news channel aimed to reveal any minute information regarding the case before others. This made many conspiracy theorists believe that the disappearance of Madeleine was fake and that the reason behind this was to distract people from real problems. This is not new. The government has tried to cover up its flaws and even real-world issues by using the media to distract people. I mean, the case became a highlight in many countries and is still relevant to this day. There is also a conspiracy that the McCanns specifically chose this village so that they could fake their daughter's abduction. How can a family with 3 kids not be aware of the history of this sketchy place and the nearby cases of sexual molestation? Could it be that the family chose to stay at this place so that they could add a pedophile to their story? It was revealed that Christian Bruckner had an alibi that could change the direction of the case forever. According to British news channel Sky News, Bruckner stated that during the time Madeleine was abducted, he was spending time with a young German woman in his camper van. He also revealed that the next day, he drove that woman to the Faro airport and was reportedly photographed by the police at the checkpoint. He believes that the police do have the evidence that will make him free of suspicion. But what is strange is that the police do not reveal any information about this incident that Bruckner talks about. Could it be that McCann chose to add Bruckner to their story so that people would believe that Madeleine was indeed abducted? A former detective who was a part of the investigation into Madeleine's case, named Goncalo Amaral, made shocking claims in his book regarding the case. In his 2008 book, Maddie, The Truth About the Lies, he claimed that the disappearance of the McCann family's daughter Madeleine was planned by her own parents. He also accused them of hiding her body and using her disappearance to gain fame and create huge news around the world. Amaral also pointed out how Madeleine's mother reacted when she found out that her daughter had been declared missing by the police. According to him, when Kate heard this shocking news, all she did was walk to the restaurant instead of panicking and seeking help. This was not a reaction you would expect from a mother who just heard the news about her child going missing. Could it be that she already knew the news she was about to hear because this was all part of her plan? If you liked today's content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Do you think that the disappearance of Madeleine was planned by her parents? Let us know in the comments below.